Today's tutorial is a nice light summer makeup look. I'm going to start by prepping the skin, and I'm using Mascot's matte veil. It's always nice to have that dewy skin, but you don't want to look overly shiny, so it's good to mattify as much as possible to begin with. And this is great for those who are naturally oily. I'm always talking about creating dimension to the face. So as you know, I'm quite big on highlighting and contouring, and just because I use heavy foundations usually, it doesn't mean you can't apply the same process with tinted moisturiser. And that's exactly what I'm using now, and this is one by Quotation. The shade I'm using is 1, and this is the lightest shade, and I'm using this in all the parts I want to highlight the most, so the same as usual, across the forehead, chin, down the centre of the nose and underneath the eyes. And then to contour I'm using shade 5, which is darker than my skin tone, and I'm applying that underneath the cheekbones, side of the nose, around the hairline, and also a little bit on the chin and underneath the jawline. As we all know, tinted moisturiser really is light, so it is only going to add a small amount of coverage to the face, very sheer, but the extra dimension really will make such a difference. Now I've got the lighter and darker areas done, I'm going in with shade 3, which is in between both those colours, and going over the entire face. The brush I'm using is by Quotation, and the number is 9742. If you feel you need a little bit more coverage than tinted moisturiser, you can then go in with a concealer and add that to any areas that need more coverage. The one I'm using is by Sephora. As this is a light summer makeup look, I'm going to keep the brows natural, so I'm grooming them, and then I'm using Ico's brow gel, which is slightly brown, and I'm going over the hairs, and this is going to add a hint of colour to them. This will also set any unruly hairs in place, and it will prevent them from moving throughout the day. At the beginning we used a product to mattify the skin, but now we want to go in and add a little bit of dewiness to the cheeks, so I'm using Shimmering Event Foundation by Quotation, and this is in bronze, and this is just going to add a little bit of shimmer to the cheeks and also give you a subtle hint of bronze colour. So as this is light summer makeup, we're not going to apply any eyeshadow to the actual eyelid, but we are going to apply a small amount of dark brown to the lash line, and this is just going to make the lashes look fuller when you apply mascara. In the heat, I would advise using a waterproof mascara. Ico's Skinny Lash is great for that. The one I'm using is by Too Faced, and it's better than Sex Mascara. I don't find this shift, so I'm quite confident in wearing this, but if you do find that your mascara goes underneath your lower lashes and gives you panda eyes, as we call it, then I would advise using a waterproof one in the summer. To make your eyes look nice and fresh and alert, I'm using face liner in a cream, and this is by Quotation, and I'm using this along the waterline, and this is going to really open up the eyes and diminish those pinky tones. This part is optional, but I've decided to apply a nice natural pair of splayed out lashes. As I've decided not to use eyeshadow on the lid, a great way of making your eyes still look really feminine and attractive is by applying a nice natural set of lashes. To keep the face nice and fresh, I'm using a nice soft pink by a boutique, which is sold in Sainsbury's, and this is a cream blush. I'm applying a small amount from the middle of the cheek upwards, and then I'm just blending that in with my finger. You don't just have to use pink, you can also use coral or peach, both would look beautiful for summer. In the summer when applying lipstick, it's always good to apply a little bit of Vaseline to your lips first, just to soften them. For the lipstick I'm using 2 colours. I'm using this Party Proof Cream lipstick by Model Co, and this is Pink in a View. I'm taking that over the entire lip. This particular colour doesn't suit my skin tone, but I have found by playing around with it, applying another colour over the top, which is also called Pink in a View, but this one's by Benefit. It's a little bit sheerer, and the two mixed together create a really lovely pink, and this suits more my skin tone, so you just use a lipstick that suits your skin tone. And that is my light summer makeup complete. I hope you've liked it. Please give me a thumbs up if you have. Any comments down below, I always try to reply to. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.